Our next speakers are both actors. They worked with our honoree on the hit show Friends in the roles of Rachel Geller and Phoebe Buffay.
Rachel Green.
I'm so sorry. I know that. Forgive Rachel Green. Please help me welcome to the stage Walk of Famer Jennifer Aniston and Lisa Kudrow.
On the Walk of Fame, that would be awful.
Not on Courtney's day.
I think that was wishful thinking that Ross and Rachel got married and I would have become Rachel Geller. But that's okay. Who knows?
I thought you did.
Huh?
I seriously thought you guys got married.
They did. We went to Paris.
Right, so why are
No,
you
but you
Green
got
now?
married.
Was it his last name?
In
Green?
Vegas?
Yeah, but we
But
don't
you're Geller.
we don't know what happened.
Oh.
I mean, we could write that right now.
Well, let's talk about you.
Let's talk about Court. Well, it's, we're very honored to be here today to speak on your behalf as your coworkers, your friends, and your family, your sisters.
Yeah.
And that's happened. We've known you for a very long time.
Yeah. No, it's been that way since we met almost 30 years ago.
No, not 30 years. That's a typo.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, to be friends with Courtney is to be family with Courtney, and she is responsible for all of that. From the beginning of when we met her, she was immediately inclusive,
Yeah.
warm, loving, interested in everything about you.
Yeah.
And, I was really nervous to meet her because I was a huge fan. I would see her, I remember seeing her at the Flowering Tree, a yogurt store that we would go to, and I panicked, I sweat, and I just didn't know what she was going to be like when we got our job.
No,
when we got to meet her.
Yeah,
Right?
me too. Also so beautiful and famous.
Yes,
Because
she was.
because she was the only one of the cast who was famous.
That's right.
So I feel like we were all sort of like taking our cues from her
Yeah.
at first to see
Yes,
what
and-
the Courtney Cox show was going to be like.
Star of Misfits of Science.
What else?
You were the only famous one.
Known. You were known. You were Courtney Cox.
And anyway,
Screaming at you now.
my goodness, can you step back? And from the very beginning, she made it very clear that this was a true ensemble,
Yeah.
the friendship show.
Yeah. That's right. No, I remember the first rehearsals, and Courtney would say, listen, if you all see something can be funnier, please say it. Because, y'all, we got to take care of each other.
Yeah, y'all.
And yeah.
We do have to take care. And she instilled into all of us,
Yeah.
into our DNA, to support each other and to love one another, and that actors need to support and love one another, not compete with one another.
Yep.
And those wise words have stayed with me, and I learned them as a young 20-something-year-old actor, and that really sent me on my path as a young woman, and being able to have creative relationships that I cherish
Yeah.
to this very day.
Yeah. And I have to say, I really believe that it was that and Courtney doing that really set us up to become one of the closest, most loving, and supportive casts in, I'll say, the history of television. Thanks.
Thank you. See, I knew that was gonna happen at some point. I mean, she's just such a really a good human, and an extraordinary friend. Oh, and the first year we played poker every single day because we were like, that'll connect us, that'll commute. And she hated poker, loathed it from the bottom of her heart, but she played with us because she wanted to bond with us. And then she threw her cards down and said, all right, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then she...
Two hands.
That was all we got. But then she went to make phone calls and finish up some sort of a remodel on God knows
I was
what.
watching the OJ trial. Remember about that little.
You were watching the
You had a
OJ
lot of
trial.
excuses. Watching the OJ trial, but also renovating your house. But
Every-
that's because it had just been the earthquake.
Oh yeah.
That was
That
like
earthquake.
about almost 30 years ago.
Will you stop saying 30 years ago? It just, honestly. Okay. Oh, and you were one of the only person that owned a house.
Oh,
Remember?
that's right.
She was famous and she owned a house.
Right, it was, and that was her third house.
Yes,
by then,
it was
I
her
think.
third house.
Yeah.
Because she was really good at, amongst many other things, flipping houses. You
Yeah.
were so good at flipping houses. We didn't know what that meant, flipping a house.
So smart. And I remember Courtney saying, "No, but y'all look, I've made more money with the houses than acting." And then
Yeah.
that changed.
That
fast.
did.
That flipped.
That flipped. That was a good flipperoo. And also, and her attention to detail. Okay, it's very intense. You really want to hope that you don't have any kind of like a stain or a spot on a wall, or that a pillow is out of place,
Or a hair.
or a hair, or something that needs to be plucked, or
Luckily, I can't see that well anymore.
oh you can. You can. And if the crooked, so I'm just saying, thank God this star is straight, because that would really. And this is something that kind of I've been worrying about, Courtney, and I want you to know this. And thank God for your home court line, because you have that spray. But this very clean star that you will be laying on or squatting on, I don't know what you're going to do on it, but eventually people will be walking on it with their shoes. That might drive you crazy, but just know that it's okay. That's what it's meant for.
Yeah. Also, I think this is the longest I've seen Courtney standing in one spot.
It's true. Well,
Okay.
she's moved and ad-libbed in here a lot, which is good, but it makes it all the better. And she's never one to toot her own horn, ever. Because she can't do it. She can't take a compliment. Well, she can. It's a lot of deflecting. But that's why this is such a beautiful day, that we get to all be here together as her friends, supporting her accomplishments, which is so well deserved.
Yes. That's right.
And I mean, there's so much more besides, starring in, producing, directing feature films, directing music videos, TV shows, her Instagram posts. I mean, I don't even know how you do all of that. Decorating. I love that show. Isn't that a good show? Decorating houses, running successful home product company, home court. Raising
Home
court. Raising her beautiful, beautiful daughter, Coco. Also my goddaughter. Being a loving partner to a musical genius, Mr. Johnny McDade.
Yeah. And Courtney, we just want to say that we're deeply, deeply proud to know you. Mm-hmm. You are the definition of a truly beautiful, talented, and what's most important, a truly good and decent human being.
Yes.
And thank you. I'm not even on the mic. I'm just screaming. Thanks. And thank you for enriching our lives personally.
Yeah. And as fans, we want to thank you for making us laugh, watching you on screen, and just in life in general. You're one of the funniest human beings on the planet Earth. Nothing makes me happier than a Courtney joke. And always making us smile. And thank you for enriching our lives with your work. We are so proud of you. We love you. Your sister's from another mister, and we love you.
For 30 years!
30 years!
It's a good thing.